my top 4 EV stocks to buy as of right now at current prices, maybe just a little bit lower than current prices, but that is what we're going to be speaking about today. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to speak about some EV stocks, baby. Now, you will see on the screen in front of you, I have a Tesla chart up. I mean, of course, Tesla is going to make literally anybody's list in regards to the best EV stocks to buy this year. I don't think anybody would not have it on there. Maybe some people wouldn't at current prices, but I'm sure given the right circumstances, literally everybody's going to have this one up there. So I'm going to start it off with the most obvious, and then we're going to go in. I think most people will agree with 2 or 3 of my picks at least. There might be 1 or 2 in there that people won't agree with, but hey, it's my list, baby. So right before we get into it, right before we speak about it, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? I really appreciate it. It helps me out. It keeps me motivated to keep going. I'm interested. Drop me a comment down below once you've watched this video. Let me know if you agree with me or if there is anything you would change, because I want to hear from you guys. I want to know, give me your top 3, 4, 5 EV stocks for this year. And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button. All of that helps me out absolutely massively. Now, what is there to be said about Tesla that hasn't already been said? I mean, I think pretty much every stock market YouTuber covers these guys every now and again. I pretty much stopped covering them just because everybody makes videos on these guys. You know what I mean? Right now, we're at $1,067 a share. They're still about 13-14% away from those all-time highs. You will still see that they are still a very, very volatile stock. If we look at that 6-month chart, they were up 80%. They proceeded to drop down 25%. From there, they're up another 20%. It's still Tesla. They still are extraordinarily volatile. And that's why I'm saying you don't need to be in a huge rush to buy this company. There was a long time where I tried to time this company. I think I initially bought them, I don't know, back here somewhere. I wasn't one of the early guys. I'm not one of the OGs. I put it off for a while. And since then, I've just dollar cost averaged. And I've never once regretted buying Tesla at any price, whether it goes up or it goes down over the preceding weeks. And I don't think I'm going to regret buying Tesla at any price in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, it's Tesla. They are a giant. They are the leader in every single aspect when it comes to EV. They're going to be the charging leaders. What else is there to say? If I could only invest in one EV company, it's going to be these bad boys. So I'm not going to go into Tesla. I'm not going to go into short-term price targets, medium-term, long-term. Tesla does whatever it wants to do, and that's fine. I think most investors just get on with that. Let's spend a little bit more time on some of the other picks. Now, this one should not come as a surprise to anybody if you have followed me for any period of time. It is indeed going to be Lucid Motors. I absolutely love this company. We got into them very early on, even earlier on than the PIPE investors. I sold my initial investment, so I'm now risk-free. I think I have 390, 400 shares, which for me is still, you know, quite a decent position. And I'm holding everything right now. I didn't sell out again when we went up on that run to 55.60. If you want a place to trim these guys, I would honestly say anywhere above 50. I could definitely see a major pullback continue to happen. We've been consolidating for quite a while now. It looks like we're making a break to the upside, but this is Lucid Motors. And anybody who's followed Lucid Motors knows just how crazy this company can be. So if you want somewhere to look for a really good entry, see if we can break through the lows we were making during this period of consolidation. See if they can break back down into the low 30s. I think anywhere around there is a decent bet in the short term. But for me, Lucid is a long-term hold. I know they have a lot to prove. This year is going to be incredibly important. They have so much to prove to all investors and all competitors this year. 2022, I believe, is going to be the year of Lucid. Maybe not the first quarter, maybe not the first 2 quarters, but I believe the latter half of 2022 is going to be massive for this company. And that's why they have to make this list. And yes, I will say, if I couldn't invest in Tesla and I could only invest in one EV company, it would be Lucid. That is why they are on the list right now. The only problem is, okay, and I want to make this extraordinarily clear, is the price right now. The risk that is associated with investing in Lucid Motors at $44 a share already accounts for things going very well over the next 1 to 2 years. And that is the only concern I have with even putting them on this list right now. But that concern goes for the large majority of electric vehicles out there. Electric vehicle stocks, producers, charging companies, whoever you are. That goes for the large majority of them right now. You're not exactly going to find any that are undervalued. Even regular automotives right now, the likes of GM, Ford, etc., aren't particularly well valued a large portion because of the fact that they are now delivering EVs, and that is already getting built into their prices. So yeah, just be wary of that. Take everything we say in today's video with a pinch of salt, because I personally am of the opinion that all of the pain does not necessarily have to be over yet. And I mean, Lucid, from their peaks, are down about 20%. I know that's still very bad, okay, but a lot of companies in the growth area in the EV industry have done a lot, and I mean truly a lot worse over the past 6 months. Over the past 1 year, they're still up 233%. So, you know, they've still performed absolutely incredibly, is all I'm trying to say. I would say that most people who have invested in this company have made money. Most people were buying their shares in the $20 to $30 range. So, yeah, be aware of that. I think there could be some short-term pain, is all I'm trying to get at. But dollar cost averaging, similarly to Tesla, I think would pay off in 4 or 5 years to come. My third company may come as a little bit of a shock to a lot of people. It's Nio. There was this misconception for a while on YouTube that I was a Nio hater because I made a video, something along the lines of a warning to Nio stock investors all the way back here. I believe it was actually July at some stage I made the video. And I was essentially speaking about this gap here and how it had me worried because of JPM changing some price targets right here. It led to this upward move, and they are well known for spoofing, for market manipulation. So essentially I made a video saying, you know, be careful. It was when we were around the $40 range. I thought there was going to be some considerable sell-offs, and it took a long time. It went up a lot higher, but yeah, those sell-offs did come, dipped all the way down to the 27s. I am a Nio bull though. People need to understand, I love Nio. I love the outlook of Nio. I love the backing that they've always had from the Chinese government. There's some complications going on potentially towards the end of this year, the start of next year in regards to that, but I think they're at a stage now where they can carry themselves regardless. When it comes to my highest conviction EV plays, these are definitely up there. Keep in mind, I've been covering these on the channel since back here, since they were a $6, $7 company. We got into them nice and early as well. So again, I'm up at least a couple 100% in my Nio position, I do believe, still, even after the pullbacks. Never sold a single share of my Nio, but I haven't added in a long time either. Me personally, if I was looking to open a position or add to my personal existing position, it's when we get down below 25, especially if we were to hit 22, 23. That's when I would really consider it. And if we broke through there and somehow made our way back to, like, you know, the high teens, I would definitely consider adding some. What Nio I've done over the last year has been fantastic. Things did slow down a little bit in December, partly due to outside circumstances, so I can't hold it against them too harshly. But yes, Nio makes that list for me. I would consider these guys high risk, high reward at $30 a share. No doubt about it. Especially, like, you would have never caught me saying to even consider buying these guys in the 50s and 60s. I put out that warning when they were in, I think, the late 30s, if not early 40s. I still feel a similar way. I still think these guys are heavily manipulated, and that's not going anywhere anytime soon. If I could see the likes of JPM and some other big banks close out some of their puts, if this stock reaches low 20s, I would be a lot more confident putting my own money inside them. Well, adding to my already existing position, bringing my cost basis up. So that's why Nio take third place. And as well, they've been doing lots of good things. If you go to their investor relations page, there is good news coming out about these guys. They've been beaten up like the large majority of EV. They have done very poorly. You know, from those highs, they're still down about 50%. Not what you want to see, but they still make the list for me personally. The fact that now they are, you know, a large cap as well. They're not pre-revenue. They're not a really small company. Yes, they've done their fair share of share dilution. There's been things that I haven't particularly liked, but I still, as a whole, love the company. And then my last one, I do think that quite a few people will disagree with me on this one. It's going to be Chargepoint, okay? Now, again, this is one I've covered literally from day one. I've invested in them. I think I am at this stage in the red. Actually, I'm going to check really quickly. No, I am still in the green, but only to the tune of 20%, when obviously, you know, I've been up hundreds of percent in this company. So, you know, I've still lost the large majority of my profits, but they're at very interesting price points. So yeah, as I said, we literally cover these guys from day one all the way back here. These guys have been doing awesome, okay? This came out 11th of January. Guidehouse Insights named Chargepoint and ENEL-X as the leading EV charger networking companies. In my opinion, Chargepoint is going to be the single biggest EV charger network company behind Tesla in the years to come. So you might say, why not just invest in Tesla? I'm happy to invest in a number 2 big dog in this huge growing industry this early on as well. That's why Chargepoint is making it there for me. And Chargepoint is another one of these companies where when you go to the investor relations page, they're constantly bringing out news. And January 10th, Chargepoint enters liquid and fluid space with Terracon Buy. Read through this article if you want. It's just another example of Chargepoint working, expanding, keep on going, okay? Seeking alpha January 11th again. Chargepoint powering the zero carbon future. Buy on weakness. And that's exactly where we are right now. And that's why they're making the list today, because this is one of very few EV companies I would feel relatively confident putting my money in today with a 1, 2, 3 year outlook. Does that mean I think that, this bleeding is over? No, there's a clear downward trend. They broke extremely strong support on 2 separate occasions. There is, in my personal opinion, a chance that these guys come back towards the $12 and $13 mark. If that happens, catch me loading the boat, baby. MACD is still oversold, but it doesn't show any signs of reversal just yet. Today's a strong day for Chargepoint, but it has been for a lot of companies. But that's why Chargepoint, for me personally, takes that spot, takes the 4th spot on my top EV stocks to buy this year. And again, I don't expect many to agree with me, because Chargepoint still has quite a bit to do. I just believe in them. I do believe in them. From the research I've done all the way back then to the research that I've done recently, they make it onto my list. But anyway, guys, there are my top 4 EV stocks to buy or consider buying in 2022. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, in the short term, every one of these is high risk. Even Tesla, in the short term, at these prices, it is high risk, okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Lucid definitely is, Nio definitely is, Chargepoint definitely is. If you want something safer, I can't even say go invest in the S&P or the Nasdaq because of how inflated they are, but maybe get some nice dividend kings at good values. Anyway, guys, if you watch this video all the way till the end, you are a true legend, and I truly do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support really does mean the absolute world to me. If you got some value, enjoyed the video, can I please ask you to hit that like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that helps me out so much. And with all that being said, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.